Did a whole lot of utility, and we're going to be seeing where they choose to go.
Astralis kicking things off on the T side here of Dust2 of Glaive's Xbox Smoke. They've got Molotovs, flashbangs, a decoy as well. As I said, 3 players up towards middle. It's Voxic listening out for sound cues towards the middle doors. And he's going to get quite a lot of them as they make their way up towards the catwalk position. It is going to be up to Rops to defend as flashes come through. They've had to opt for the mid doors here. This could be powerful from Voxic. He swings very well and gets away through the smoke.
Not bad. Flames will do good damage to him, and damage continues. Astralis, they're pincering into the B site. Frozen's going to be overwhelmed. He has only got 4 bullets left in the clip. What's he supposed to do? Nothing is the outcome of that. They'll take the site, but they don't have the bomb. Glaive, he's all up the creek, and he hasn't got a paddle. He's going to have to try and use his Glock to dig himself out of trouble here. A duel with Chris J. He's spotted the bomb. The CTs are losing life left and right, though.
Yeah, he really needs backup here. This is all falling apart. It's all gone wrong. That's where the bomb goes down, and now Astralis need to recover. I don't know what's happened here. They've done so much damage to the CTs, but there's still a chance they lose this. Luckily, they have a minute on the clock as they try and work out where the remaining CTs reside. There's one towards the right-hand side here. Chris J pulls on back, but so does Device. Still a 2-on-2. Voxic, they seem to know exactly where he is, but Chris J is a real nuisance at this point. Voxic, if he somehow wins this one, it'll be amazing. He jumps out. He still survives. A bullet catches him. Down to 6 HP. They grab the bomb, and back towards B they go. That should be the round over, but still, I have no idea how that transpired. He still could get the 1-tap here. There is a chance for Device. Well, that's right.
Gets forward with the AUG. This time round, they couldn't even get the bomb close to the bomb site, and it came down to eliminations to get them across the line here. So a little bit of wobbles early for Pistol. They started on the T side when they played just the other day, and they lost the Pistol and won the 4. So this time round, slightly different.
They won the T side 12-3 as well, bear in mind, after losing the Pistol. So now they've won the Pistol. Does that mean a 15-0s on the cards? Time will tell. A lot of these force buy rounds on the CT side tend to work out. I don't like the fast approaches towards long against the force buy here, but it seems to be stabilizing for Astralis. As we'll see, the Desert Eagle rattle off shots. They've got to go for the reload. They still haven't found a kill here. This is going to fall apart. Astralis, a little bit clumsy here in the first couple of rounds. Sure, they've won the Pistol, but this isn't looking good at all. They've gone for a full all-in commitment towards long, and there's a player down and towards the pit. That's Frozen. He's dealt with in due course, but still so much damage inflicted, and actually the advantage in more ways than one going towards mousesports here.
I'm nervous for this peak, but Chris J wasn't. Stable hands as he finds Device on the edge of the smoke. Problems for the 2 remaining Danes. Dupree, Zipex, they just don't have the health to really contest here. And with AK-47s, that's quite the juicy prospect for any probing CTs.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a chance for them to even save this one. It's looking so woeful out there.
I think they just throw... Look, if it was me, and with how dire this is looking, considering the HP, throw those AKs away. Make sure the CTs can't pick them up here, because they're both going to go down any moment.
Or not.
What?
Chris J, Woxic, both missing their shots.
The flank towards long could be everything here. If Zipex gets it, there's a chance they pull this one back. mousesports had a 4-on-2 situation against 2 low HP players, but they have fought their way out of this one. Robs will be left here with the Desert Eagle, 100 HP, and now no information as to where they're heading. 1
scout bullet from Woxic or Chris J would have been enough to take either of the Danes down, now, but they don't connect.
Bear in mind, Robs is known as the beat anchor on Dust2, so you're taking a risk, as it were, to actually go towards B and try and plant here. So you can see they've got 1 player watching towards middle, a high HP Dupree, capturing the crossover as Zipex confirms he's planted the bomb. Round should be theirs now. They've done such a good job to get back into this. Robs has no choice but to really run over here, hope for the best. Does he know that Glaive will be close towards the doors? He's certainly aware of the prospect of it. As he slows things right down, starts to walk up. Bear in mind, has no kit, can't walk forever, as Zipex is in a very common pre-fire position just outside the window.
He should check it, right? Spotted, and that was enough.
They held on there. That's poised right now from Astralis, and the wobbles now back on the other foot. So both teams here with some shaky starts to map number 1.
But if you're mousesports and already history dictates that it's possible to be 16-2'd, I'm going to be mad we didn't convert the 4 versus 2 on the second round. That's going to be echoing in my mind as I swallow the bitter pill of the eco. And, well, there it is. That's the bitterness I was talking about. A quick 3, make it 4, make it 5. Kills from Astralis, Device.
And/or fans at home, we are playing on the old version, not the newly updated patch that came out last night. There'll be no tweaks to the Deagle, the M4s, the Krieg, none of that. This is the last hurrah for the SG, as it were. So
later on. Either way, we're getting to this first gun round now. And there is an AWP available for Voxic. No defuse kits, however, and you can see Device playing a little bit looser here in this first gun round. Molotov down towards CT spawn, checking out towards the double doors here. A lot of aggression as they walk in towards the tunnels, but Rob's that anchor we talked about him, gets a double kill. If there's a third kill, they should be able to save the round here. Device still out towards mid doors, falls back now towards tunnels, and he's alone with Zipex. They've got the bomb down, but a free kill, that's lovely.
That's going to really confuse you.
Yeah, you're not really sure what's happened there because they can recover the bomb and actually fall back and play with this 3-on-2. The fact Device still has an AWP, they've got a minute on the clock, and there's that confusing frag. He's now spotted multiple players in towards B with flashes coming in.
He's done well to get information there. It looked a bit awkward, but in the end, he's actually no longer got the question mark as to where Astralis were. Chris J gets more information, though, and he's actually going to choose to stick around the car. That could be a real problem. He just used his smoke. Would have been fantastic to survive on that Molotov. But Astralis, they're just pulling these teeth, extracting them. It's painful, it's slow, but they're doing it again. Just like Long, where they had the vulnerability in a 2v4, they still managed to slow the round down with 15 seconds. It's actually starting to look promising.
Frozen has a molly here. As soon as they start planning, if he throws that, they can't get the bomb down.
It has to be perfect. And it is. But oh, he's got it down in time. Zipex is burning down to 44. Frozen's already caught his teammate. 1 versus 2 for Frozen above the box, and he finds it. mousesports will take the first and much needed round. They needed to pull out the fourth.
Wow, that round really had everything there. It was explosive. It was exciting towards the B site. That's where Astralis went. We talk about looser play style in these first gun rounds, knowing your opponent's force ball in the second. And there it was, mousesports, no defuse kits, barely any utility. It was a B play from Astralis, but Robs held them off. 2 kills from Long. The backstab came in. This is the kill right here. Foxy doesn't see it coming, and then carnage ensues after. Device manages to bring it back to a 2-on-2, but Frozen, we talked about him and his performances from mousesports being influential in their success. Manages to win this big 1-on-1 against Zipex here. Jumps up 3-1. mousesports, though, going to limp into the round of an MP9 and Hansi Carrigan here.
A financial sacrifice. Let's see if it echoes into the round and the gameplay itself. Zipex actually aggressive, flashed in nicely. Chris J's in the blue box, he's been spotted. Carrigan contests, but they know where you are, but they hasn't communicated. Device has gone down and a dink for Dupree. That's not too shabby.
Yeah, this is actually winnable still. Might be able to catch Dupree on... Oh, he's
gone. What's going on?
I had to say, you've got to walk out with your knife. That's a brave move. Goes to the AWP instead. And now can hold the corner. Frozen. He's tucked himself in the pit.
They can't be expecting him close here.
That's here.
Well, the fact that he's had eyes on the corner the entire time, they won't think anyone snuck past. That's the problem right now.
He's going to come up back
to his right at all.
Will he trigger discipline, or is he not brave enough?
No, he'll go for the first kill, I think.
Oh, what's going on over there?
They're definitely not going to check it. There's even a swing potential here. Dupree.
He is. He's waiting.
This is what we like.
He wants both of them, and he knows there's 2 to be found. Frozen wins the round for Mouse. Just like that, 2 clicks of his. And Magisk, well...
That's about it.
Recover the AWP of Voxig, yeah, it's about all he can do. In terms of loss bonus, they'll be at 1900 in the next round. So actually better off saving here. Not going to happen either way. Difficult buy as they manage to shut down this long approach once again. Is Carrigan with the opening kill, the MP9. Dupree, he does get 2, but he was dinged to this point as well. As Christian, they got that all-important dink. And then Frozen, very nice play there. Very on the board here. Round 6 coming up. We'll have a look at the buy for Astralis in general. Just Eagles. An eco of sorts here with Glock and a flashbang for Zipex. He sets up major skill. Oh, what's happened there? What's happened?
2 Deagles just rattling and filling the kill feed.
No.
Long open for business with no armor.
How is that second kill
I don't understand.
What? The first was a pre-fire towards the corner, but the second was on the cross. That was absolutely insane. And the Glocks actually found a kill as well. Chris J had no helmet by the looks of things there. And now we have a 5-on-2 situation where they started with P250s, only a couple of sets of Kevlar and 1 flashbang, and it actually looks like they're going to win.
I'm speechless. Voxic's going to claw one back alongside Rops. Okay, so now they've got their feet digged, not a word, dug within the B site, and Magisk has opened up A. No issues to behead Rops, and now, well, this round is over. Voxic, what can you do?
A very strange round.
What in...
We need to see the replay.
They were both through the smoke.
Yeah, and flash as well. Zipex got the flash assist there, but at the same time, I don't think there were 2 flashes. It was through the smoke. Yeah. It was more exciting there.
Rifles, an AWP and an SMG. This is the Magisk headshot. He got a little glimpse of Frozen before the smoke bloomed. But those were his first 2 frags of the round. The course of the game, only 46. So definitely the first time and a good time for Magisk to arrive in the kill feed.
I just watched it back. Glaive was just spamming the corner. That's
so
where
he was
Carrigan went down.
behind Magisk, right?
Bro.
Well, no force buy here. Just the eco from mousesports. There's a scout for Voxic. You can see he had a lot more money than his teammates. Still will have the AWP next round. Certainly capable of bringing out a double AWP setup, Mouse. His snipers on Dust2 in general. We highlighted in the pregame. Over 2 maps, he actually had the most AWP frags. Smoke off the tooth there to enable them to cross over towards the site. Voxic will do very well to do any damage as they cross. Just firing off pop shot to this stage as the bomb will go down.
And Dupree could even try and clean them up. I think he realizes he'd rather not give them the rifle.
He spotted one head. It's like, well, there's a lot of players in towards B.
Not for him. Not his cup of tea. And Voxic's scout doesn't get much of a chance to shine.
Towards top mid, they have to. He's got a timer on it here because he's already been close up at dark. There we go. Zipic deal with it.
And Astralis now with a nice lead here, but we don't see the double AWP set up just yet. The long corner smoke thrown by Device, setting up Magic once again. Remember, 2 kills to his name, both in that one round. They won with the Deagles. The flashbang is perfect. Vox can do nothing about it, and they'll have to fall back, retreat, and get boosted up towards the bomb side.
Not just yet, but they know they've lost long.
Right, it's actually quite clever. Using just one player, you can pretty much count on CTs not pushing tons particularly early into the game, into the half, as long as you're keeping them honest. And then you just have to show presence towards short from lower tons, and you've kind of locked the A players on long. And here comes the fights they were looking for. Magic across on the smokes. Woxic looking for another on the ramp and does manage to connect. So 4 versus 4. mousesports have done well to quell the Astralis cross.
Yeah, that was a very crucial shot though. If Voxic hits that, they might have a serious chance of this retake. Still up for debate, but they've got a severe lack of utility. 1 smoke remaining, and AWP on the retake as well. Chris J stuck towards spawn. The good news is that Astralis don't have utility themselves, so they're down to just pure aim duels. And Device, though, he's pretty good at them. Holding towards the long corner here. The M4, not the best weapon to challenge, and actually gets a bit of a dink through the corner. Lucky to be alive. Chris J hunting for more, but it leads it to him, Steph.
And Voxic doesn't pull the trigger. What was
Voxic
that?
normally
on the board for the Danes. On their T side, it is starting to feel a little reminiscent.
Currently sat at $2,900 on the CT
Yeah, this is
side.
nice. You can see the reaction times.
Yeah, honestly, from Voxic's POV, he would be one of the fastest players, reaction-wise, in the entire game.
I remember we did that once for, I think it was an E-League thing. We actually tested players' reaction times.
Yeah, well, we did it in CGS. I'm not sure if you remember, Jab. Everyone had to sit down and do a reaction speed test.
Unsurprisingly, the FPS players
We compared it when they did the E-League stuff with pro players, like sportsmen. And the Counter-Strike players, the fastest Counter-Strike players were right up there with the MLB players.
That's cool.
Which is pretty cool.
I don't think it compares like fighter pilots or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what we were back in the day. They compared it to fighter pilots.
Yeah, that's a cool comparison. Either way, they're back towards B we go. As chance for mousesports to pick this round up with these M4s available. And this Desert Eagle, but Chris J completely destroyed here. Rops does find the bomb, but it's a pre-fire towards the position. He gets 2 here. They'll be down to the timings. You can see it working out very nicely in that department. And mousesports pull one back. It goes 6
through a smoke or something along those lines. Then I think mousesports are going to be in for a very, very rough Dust2. But fortunately for them, it will be a gun round. So
towards CT spawn and supposed to land on the boxes, just to know. Might have a similar effect there, but normally lands on top of the boxes itself.
Yeah, Rops doesn't have flashes, so Chris is going to have to do this try. He could try and flash himself in, but the sound cue would be too much, and he doesn't have any information on what's waiting around this corner. There's 3 of them. He can't even do damage to 1. Badgisk will shut him down before he even begins.
Now it's all about the power of suggestion here. Now he's seen 3 players out of the middle doors. They're going to start rotating. They're going to just leave 1 there to catch transitioning CTs and go back in towards the B tunnels here. We know Rops is here alone, though. Flashbang's in his position. Will they be pre-firing this spot? It's a very common one. Normally good for 1 frag. There's the first, and down he goes. It is now a 4 versus 3, one of the most notorious, difficult bomb sites to retake on all of CSGO is now up for contention. This is a key frag, though. Carrigan knocked out Magus. There's a chance, but he's had a rough one so far.
Save.
Hunt here as they are tucked in towards long of an orb. It's going to be very unlikely to get one of these players. Zipex knows it. Just firing off some shots.
The problem here for mousesports is they don't know where to gamble players. Because we've seen different looks from Astralis towards long, they've done mid to B for picks. They've hit onto the B bomb site to finish the rounds. They've done the NAV, you know, do more aggressive cap, maybe try aggressive tunnels. But right now, off of exactly what Henry said.
Resources invested on this side of the map as well, trying to fend off the likes of Zipex. A grenade lands at his front door. Does minimal damage, though. Holding for the push here. Smoked out. Bomb still down top of middle.
Bring in towards pit. So the back of doors is about to be cleared with this Molotov.
And it's Carrigan as well, who has been struggling against the likes of Astralis. His former teammates have been besting him. I have messed Molotov, though. He's trying to play very passive CS. He's trying to get baited in here by Voxic if possible. And his first kill will be his. That's no problem. But Carrigan does go down. And now they know he's towards Car. Will he nail another shot here? It looks like he will, but they've got lots of pressure from Shaw. A chance for a third that's not realized, and a smoke down towards Shaw. Looking for the cross now. Double spray down on the cards there for Dupree. Does significant damage as the bomb's planted with 4 seconds on the clock there, just to know, as they try and make their way up towards shore. There are no grenades available on the T side, but an A split from the CTs. Chris J and Rops both very low, but still have a slight chance of pulling this one off. If Rops can get a quick kill from long, he's got the AWP and a perfect kill.
That's all he needed. Now Zipex cowering on the site. Rops' presence alone will keep him contained. For now, his teammate Chris J to crawl up short. Rops has done it alone. Perfect find as they get both frags from the long flank and defuse to secure the fourth.
Look, that Magus play right there probably will have a lot of people questioning why has he done that. They have the number advantage, but I think Astralis, ever since they've, I don't want to say found themselves in, and not them realizing it, the rest of the world realizing we can be competition for Astralis. They can't just play the formulaic style of CS skin. So you see him drop. If he got both of those kills jumping down right there, that's the round done and dusted immediately. Unfortunately, unable to convert just situations, because if they keep...
Chris J, that is a ridiculous fight to be taking. He even strafes in again, a left eye peek into Device's AWP. Wasn't expecting that. Device is going aggressive. These flares, Chad, are looking a little worse for wear into round 12. Device caught through the smoke.
Rops goes with the AWP again, managed to get 2 big kills in the previous round. Can he replicate it? They have the man advantage for now, and Maid is considering walking through this smoke. This is a shot. Rob's have to fall back now. Going to be swarmed. Throws a flash in the air. Just needs to get one more before he goes down. Frozen will help him out, but the B side is theirs. 3 versus 2. They still have Molotovs and smokes. Trying to get that bomb planted as quick as possible. Very close to hitting that shot there.
This is the kill.
And that's a beautiful one from Frozen.
That's going to leave a mark.
He's got full utility to defend this. This is possible.
Yeah, he can Molotov tunnels a window here. He's trying to work out which is going to be the most important. Goes to the window by looks of things.
He's just going to operate under the assumption they can't come window for those 6 seconds. Wants to try and separate the fights, looking for info wherever he can. They're going to pincer from all 3 choke points at the same time. Carrigan's late. Ooh, Woxic. Very good attempt from Magus. Yeah, there's just a second to adjust onto the 3rd frag, but doesn't manage to convert.
They've something to have in the hands of Woxic. So this is the change up here from mousesports within their CT side. But this is already a lot more competitive, and you can see that lovely aim there from Frozen, just tapping away the head.
But doesn't seem like he's in 5th gear just yet.
Looking for the fight middle.
Could get it.
He has been going for these rather aggressive...
Get inquisitive. And when do they want to hit the B side?
Astralis have been quite push happy though. They've been quite quick to the trigger on a lot of these executes, and yeah, here they come, all on Chris J, and he can't even get one. Locked out of the site. The B site is Astralis's once more, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but is this a save call now?
It has to be, really. This is the old classic from Astralis. If they're on the CT side right now, they would be saving, and I think that they've shown every other team that's the way forward as well. A 5-on-4 when they've potentially got utility. They've got 2 smokes on the T side here. They can smoke doors over and over again. You're just not going to win this
round after round. Then you're attacking, right? So once the bomb goes down on the other bomb site, you are attacking to get back in. And the T's are set up with that aggressive...
I think they'll probably be happy with one more.
Well, exactly. They only got 3 rounds in there, showing a couple of days ago, so this is better, at least. As we'll see Dupree now busting his way out of the long doors. Carrigan struggling still. He tries to find 4 men towards long, but Dupree showing no signs of slowing down. Frozen pushes through the smoke here. Oh, this is actually looking pretty good for a double kill. He would find 3 here, but Zipex and Dupree chime in. Significant damage inflicted, but it's still will be a 3-on-3. Woxic wondering where they'll finish up. He's heading towards CD spawn right now. And he has got a boost from Chris J available. Going to use that AWP towards the pit position, but remember, it will be
definitely their adventures a little more aggressively. Straight towards the cross. Do they have smokes for it? Yes. And here they come. Chris J panics to react.
Yeah, he's got to smoke himself. He's going to try and check that out in front of the corner. Looks like he's going for the incendiary instead, but the device is already crossed. He's actually thrown away the AWP and gone for the AK himself. It's Dupree with the AWP, and they've made their way towards the side, but Woxic towards Gandalf. Very difficult position to operate with the sniper, but if ever there was a player to perform, it could be him. 30 seconds remaining, looking for his moment to strike, and he finds it. Finds the bomb as well.
Yeah, bomb loose. That's going to make things really difficult for Device. Let's not forget, Dupree's in long, hoping to just be a supportive cog in the Astralis machine. For now, he has to be so much more. If Device was to plant here, though, the story gets a little more interesting for Astralis. On the cross, Dupree is looking to lock one down, and already the frags are coming in. The double Ds, they hit their shots. A triple kill from Dupree.
Down with their play this year. Not necessarily a double orb setup here, but we know he's very good with the weapon, especially on the CT side.
Yeah, he loves to bring it out on that Dust2 CT side, that's for sure. And there was the period of time when Device was unable to play, and Dupree got temporarily promoted to the primary AWPer. So something that he likes to pick up from time to time.
So yeah, just to know on that, it just means Dupree is a very capable sniper, and it's a nice player to throw it to if you have to. And the grenade in actually just used to take a bit of vision away from the T's. Hasn't really worked out for them. Bit of an all-in play toward the B tunnels, but it has resulted in 2 kills going against him. Now he's missed his flash. He's having a nightmare of a game with 2 and 12 on the board. Similar numbers to what he posted in the first showing of this matchup. Same maps as well. He got 5 kills on Dust2 and their 16-3 deficit. So having a rough time against his former teammates. Frozen, well, he's got a chance for the 1D here. I think he probably gets it, to be honest, but Dupree catches him from short. They know where the AWP is of middle. Oh! He hits it. Now there's something to be said about this round. On for the ace. The bomb's down at T-spawn.
He's doing it again.
It's down to Voxy to close the round out. The bomb's actually all the way right back at spawn.
Dupree has to be careful. There's heaps of time, so there's no panic. They just have to be careful in the moment, right? I don't think Voxy's going to know that the bomb is down.
He might if he keeps pushing up, though. From behind, they will strike. Bomb top middle. He doesn't know. He's not expecting that push. In the grand final stage, they've chosen to pick it again. 10-5 on the half. Perhaps those lessons
on instead. We'll see if that comes through, and there it is indeed. It'll land towards spawn position, and well, Chris J opens things up with a banger. Device pushing towards T-spawn. He's found. There's a gap in the smoke as well. Glaive going to try and exploit it. First one is a beauty. Is there a second kill available for him?
Oh, it wasn't far off. Nice exploitation of the CT smoke. No smoke is perfect with just the one. And just like smokes, they're going to have to work together now on the retake. Chris J's already lost Magisk, so now with 4 versus 2, Glaive's going to have to hit some stunning shots. He already has hit 2, tapping away not far from the dome of Frozen, but
came off the back of scouts and damage with the pistols, but they weren't able to convert in what I want to say was a 2-on-3, 2-on-4 scenario here. So let's see if Astralis can have a better crack at it. They've got a bunch of smokes as here.
So far, so good.
Okay.
There is a partnership, though. 2 of them and a flank.
They have to operate very quickly now. The Fanty's got lower B control here. He can start flanking, killing players.
He's got a
short,
kill.
just like that. It will be Robs to go down, and they didn't patrol the B tunnels on a default round here. This is dangerous. Chris J trying to recover the rifle, takes a nade to the face, and he's gone down as well. The scout, will it connect? Surely not. Carrigan will find him. Down to Device here. Does nail the shot. 2-on-2. Another shot connects. Carrigan at 4 HP. The Molotov towards Shaw here, and we're right down to the wire once again. Magisk has the advantage here with the AK in hand. He will capitalize upon it. Down to the in-game leader, who's currently sat on 4 kills. Waits for the scout patiently. Smoke goes down. I dare say he gets his first kill. It looks good for him, and he will nail it up to the Desert Eagle of Dupree, and it goes down. I
thought Astralis had done it again. Broken mousesports with a measly buy, but it's Carrigan who pulls them back into the round. 4 HP, 4 kills against his old team. Sports convert the second round.
Scriptwriter's doing a good job here today, keeping both starts to these halves very, very interesting. And now Astralis will have no choice but to take the save right here. They've stacked the lion's share of their forces over towards long, and the flash is good.
Yeah, but they can just tuck in. Blue Box and Long Doors respectively overwhelmed. The Dupree Deeg are not quite aggressive from Chris J, losing half of his health to the USP, but as he taps his moonwalk back into Long.
Well, that enables Robs now to explore his options towards B. He's only got the MAC-10, so this is more than justified. He'll take down Magisk. And though, Chad.
Ooh, I think that would have been a good plan off the bat, but the money, I don't think
they normally bring it in, but right now,
definitely not established just yet.
No, this is a difficult round. No, it's pretty obvious as to what you're up to. So they're going to cancel that one and move back into their default and go for that short control. Still have a scale for Voxic, makes this a very difficult round with the Galil up as well, but like you said, no helmets on Device and Glaive. Might be able to find a couple of kills in that regard. 40 seconds remaining. Chris J mid-control. Bomb down towards middle.
And up they go.
It's perfect.
Oh, they're burning, and Carrigan's lost his life. Device takes it from him. Bullet caught by Chris J, but he does manage to claw one back. And now towards B, they want to pincer. Magisk is under a lot of pressure. He misses his lines a little bit there. Only 1 frag. They can lock them out, and Frozen, he's the one that's turning the key. A frag onto Zipex. But 3 versus 2. Admittedly, Glaive has managed to get to tons fast. If he wins this duel, dink for dink, but the Kalashnikov prevails, and now Device will save the AWP.
Yeah, much more competitive than last time. A little moment here to have a look over the scores on the doors. 0 where everyone's standing at least.
That of Woxic, this kind of loose wild card. You never quite know what you're going to get, but when you put the orb in his hands, you can almost count on some damage being inflicted. He's already done so in the first half, digging them out of a rather shallow grave in that first half. But Glave's just charged up middle, and speaking of Woxic, he has to be ready for this. A rather nimble MP9, and he's knife out. Will react, communicating to his team, saying, guys, can someone deal with that? There's a bully at the door, and it's not for me.
Yeah, this is not looking too good. They've actually got locked in towards the long doors now. As Glaive waits outside the MP9, they've got to commit. This is a bit like Na'Vi now.
They have to all in when this cross comes over. They have to fight as a team if you're Astralis. You're not going to win with only pistols and that saved AWP.
Good smoke, though, to block some vision as they cross. Make things a bit more confusing. Get some grey screens in there.
Throw some deagle bullets through it. Worked for them in the past. Oh, and a flash. Not willing to push on it just yet. There's so much time. mousesports, for some reason, they look hurried. And a gap in the smoke. Dupree will throw some bullets down range, looking for a fresh clip. Chris J's bullets do just clip his wings. And now a chance for the boost. Elevator, really? Woxic's checking it. No boost today, and actually gets the second as well. That should tidy things up after quite the hectic start. Astralis surely going to try and keep hold of that orb.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Especially with that kill coming through. mousesports are looking to find double digits here. Zipex way towards Gandalf, the orb towards short, but Device is down to 41 points of health, and he's got a player towards top and middle waiting for him. That's going to be Robson. It looks like his days are numbered. Device will be removed. Zipex finds one kill, gets the AK-47, but he might not even get to fire a bullet with it. Just the one, and Chris J will find him.
That's what we wanted to see, Henry. None of this 16-1 nonsense. We've got a game on our hands. It seems that mousesports lessons. You do get to see more from Dupree on that secondary AWP, but for now, it's actually Woxic's AWPing that's under scrutiny. He's actually missed 2 shots towards those double doors, and Device now can fill the gap.
Well, there's a shot for Device there. He's not going to miss that one. Let me tell you, it's going to be Chris J walking into his certain death as the grenade will land significant damage. Actually goes past Carrigan. He's found a gap here, but Dupree, there it is, that double AWP setup starting to come online now. It's very difficult to shut it down. Dupree's got incredible aim and a lot of confidence behind his sniper rifle scope. We'll see Zipex pushing to the bomb here. Maybe unnecessary, but manages to stick the landing there, taking a little bit of damage, but finds Frozen. And Voxit missing a shot. Actually takes a bullet in response to that. Grenade could catch him, actually. It's a touchdown. That's beautiful from Device. What a perfectly thrown grenade.
He's been doing his trigonometry.
Yeah.
He's been
Pythagoras theorem.
That's the one.
Comfort within playing Astralis if they play as the Astralis that you're familiar with. There's a lot of discomfort in the will they won't.
All their mistakes. And now everybody is minimizing their mistakes to a point where if you know the system, you're able to avoid their
Device.
First
round. A lot more where that
come
from. Yeah, 19 kills to his name so far, and he makes his way towards the B side of the map. Looks like he wants to go for that up close and personal shot at the very start of the round. He'll have a challenge from Voxic though. It's a great battle to watch as this time the Turkish sniper will come out on top. 5 and 4, waiting for the reaction plays from the
2 split on either side for Astralis. The numbers will always favor mousesports on this execute, so individual brilliance will be the separating factor. Good smoke from Zipex buys him some time, can focus his attention on middle, gets a lot more than he bargained for. Damage inflicted into Carrigan, quite concisely down to 35.
See him holding on to that utility, knows he needs it to fend off his mid splits, but no! Voxic hits a banger. It's a no-scope from hell, but still Zipex fighting at the double doors here. 3 versus 3, 30 seconds remain, and Roxy's in a lot of trouble here, but he can get himself out of it. Magisk will remove him from the equation, and now we have 28 seconds remaining. Bomb actually down outside those bomb side doors, and Dupree patrolling it.
Yeah, he still has vision of the bomb and the cross. He couldn't ask for a better spot to be in at this time.
They have to just go for an AWP kill here. They might get it with Vox's prowess, but unfortunately for him, it's such a difficult shot. Frozen left in the 3 versus 1, 10 seconds. Just trying to cause financial damage if possible here, but they're going to try and run the clock down to make sure he gets no cash. He knows it, and he's just going to run into his surface here.
The smoke. Well, Woxic had just thrown that Molotov, and we might get it even here on the replay. So the Molotov had come through into CT spawn, which was a cue that, oh, normally they're not going to push this. Glaive was ahead of it, and as he's rounded that corner to find that frag, Woxic's hit a banger, right? As you guys mentioned. That sequence of the Zipex double kill and the Glaive pushing doors should have really been the round right there. So good recovery from Astralis. And they push mousesports down to this pistol buy.
They're ready. Look at this. There's pins pulled on Frozen's nade as Glaive arrives up top mid. I think he got spotted though. Oh, this could be an M4. This could be a downward spiral for the Astralis 23rd round. Magisk is full flash, but Chris J hasn't checked it. Oh, his negligence comes back to haunt him. 3 frags from Magisk and the round is lost.
But look at this third kill come
again.
through.
I was paying attention to the miss. Let's see this transfer all the way down to this one and a third to the head. Not too sure.
Frozen's bought into one, Woxic's got one, and Rops has one to his name. So a little bit desperate here as the Krieg maybe needed to be picked up to get them some early scalps. We mentioned that AWP wasn't in the reach of Woxic right now, so seeing if he can be serviceable with that.
Well, they're going for the same boost again, but looks at things here. This time operating a lot quicker. So see if they can nail it this time. Not going to be looking for all. He's actually at the close doors. Oh, they're
so
fumbling
close.
again.
He's going to see it all.
They get the frag. That's actually huge. It looked like a mousesports error, but in the end, as the frag comes in, it actually truly favors mousesports in every way. They've taken down.
Right now, they haven't actually rotated any players over towards A to worry about Catwalk because Dupree's AWP can see it from middle. So they're just leaving Zipex here as contact. And now that Glaive's starting to push up mid, they're thinking it's the Na'Vi long again. But it's all going to come down to timing right here. Rops rotating back through spawn, Glaive pushing up middle. If Mouse make this kill, that should be the round.
We'll see if it comes through. Towards long, Dupree willing to challenge multiple players there, and Carrigan nails it. Still a bit of a gap in the smoke. Zipex could save the day here. It'll be Glaive to make the first decision, though. HE thrown, smoke deployed, and still a chance for Zipex to save the day here. Gets a great kill. Bomb goes down, but surely he'll be done for here. Now it's just Glaive. Remember, down towards CT spawn. Already been battered and bruised, and it's going to be a mousesports round here. He'll have to save.
All came
The long doors, the long corner is the angle they were actually eventually going to try and peek. Still, they save 3 rifles. Unfortunately for them, the fallout of their Krieg purchase. This is the frag onto Dupree. This is a big one.
This was that could have been a collateral kill from the orb there. They were all lined up perfectly. Had he killed just one of them, he probably does damage or kills the second. So a very important kill from Carrigan there, keeping the
could be huge because that was
rifles. This is a tight line, a waiting game.
Yeah, Device seems to be aware of it, though. The Voxic, he'll strike first, taking down Glaive. That'll be the key duel, and they will get out of that difficult position as well. Device pulling the trigger, but not connecting the shot. mousesports still trying to pull this one back on Dust2. It's their pick. Absolutely blown out of the water 2 days ago. And now looking much more competitive. A 5-on-4 in their favor here in round number 25. 3 on that secondary orb has been powerful, but a minute on the clock here. Final play will be coming in soon.
How do they build upon this one-man advantage into Zipex's domain and beheads him? Carrigan, that's exactly what his squad needed. Finds his 10th frag, and now he's bringing the aggression. He confirms there's an AWP on B. That should surely lead to the resources being thrown towards this solo AWP presence on A. It's Dupree. He's got to be responsible for long and short, and you can see it's a matter of time before he gets overwhelmed here. One shot necessary. Hits it. Chris J down, bomb down, and Woxic can't find the initial trade. He's going to walk straight into the crosshairs of Dupree, and he takes the shot he needs to hit.
Yeah, that was a must-hit shot. And now Rops and the backstab's coming through. It's going to be a round going in their favor. Majors can do nothing about it but try and hold on to his Krieg at this stage. mousesports have done enough here. They win the round, but they do not take down Majors to recover the AWP. Their money's actually pretty broken on the CT side as well. They'll be getting, in terms of loss bonus, $2,400 into the next round. On top of that, around 1,000
to pick. Remember when Device went into B and tried to pick upper, he gets taken down early? That's not a normal duel for Device. Device is Astralis a little bit funkier. We'll see if we do go back to the single op. This is... Oh dear. You don't love it.
Just good to see how quickly, but how little of Woxic was intuitive actually in Counter-Strike.
Well, the right eye peak, right? We don't talk about it enough, but it is influential in a lot of these fights right there. But Woxic was actually left eye peeking into Dupree there, so the fact he gets it even higher reactions for him. But Naves over long, Carrigan, he's going to push out. He's being blind and he's been spotted as well.
And segregated by that smoke. Chris J's got no choice but to push through and hope for the best here. Luckily, they've managed to push the CTs back. And in terms of the investment rate, it's detrimental indeed, to say the very least.
Wow. Chris J, he goes for the leap. He even flashed it. He felt like he did his due diligence and still catches a bullet into
towards the A side of the map. You can see him trying to reposition, get over towards B before Device can, but he's already made his way over. A commitment with the AK, surprise attack. Spacing not amazing here, but it should be enough for the trade. He gets 2 with the MP9.
Wow.
So, Device with a chance here. They've double smoked the doors. Things can get a little bit clunky. And Vox, if he nails this, he should be right back in contention, but he misses the shot.
And look at Device's cheeky maneuver straight through the smoke. He tried to catch them off guard as soon as the bomb went down, but Frozen too quick. And now, with the incendiary being deployed, there's another Molotov on Frozen. It's going to come down to this frag, Zipex onto Woxic, aggressively holding the tunnels for now. There is no kit, so they're going to have to be quick. Glaive on doors. They want to try and have contact on the same time. Another flash to buy some time. And
Saw him.
now he's been spotted, back exposed, and he has to hit this cleanly. He can't. 13-13. They equalize. Triple
device. So he's still looking very sharp out there, nailing the must-hit shots, and even with the Krieg as well, getting it all done here. Lovely work, and it does tie things up, 13-13. There is a buy available as the double orbs come out once again for Astralis here, and Voxic showing his confidence as he just barrels down towards middle here, looking for that first duel. But
comfort within the game has Chris J. He's been playing it for a damn long time.
long smoke or flash setup, so Carrigan can get out, but it's actually frozen. Who will be dropped first? Flash ineffective, but maybe Carrigan can say something about this.
Going for the nutmeg here. Zippy 2 aware, but can't convert the frag.
How has he not got that one?
Oh, that's everything. mousesports suddenly have like an actual shout into this round.
Because now look at the pressure. Device is now looking towards short and long. This is a bit of a nightmare for him. And Dupree, same angle we saw before. Rob's there this time. Just trying to show some long presence here.
Off that molly, and they run boost to keep his aim busy. Chris J's found one on the flank. Rops arrives now perfectly after biding his time. A good move from Mouse, but as the dust settles 2v2 and Glaive's regrouping short, doesn't want to find this duel until... Oh, I think he got him spotted. Voxic's got a good idea. Looking for the right angle and takes the shot cleanly. Magisk in the 1 versus 2 and a perfect find onto Voxic. The trade's there though, and Carrigan, 2 more frags to add.
As they go 14-13 up, the money's going to be in a very compromised position for Astralis as well. After a 10-5 victory in the first half, you'd think, all things considered, everything we know about this result recently, it would be a Astralis victory, hands down. But mousesports have managed to get another opening kill through the edge of the wall, straight to the dome there of Magisk. They've got a 5 on.
With CZ's Scout and a Deagle biding their time, accepting, cutting their losses, accepting that 15 will be Mouse's, and Voxic's just going through the formalities. Another kill, 2 in fact. Voxic plays a nice spot to at least do some damage. It's tagged 2 with the Scout, but unfortunately unlikely to have much more to say about it. Glaive did well to find Chris J. Voxic converts.
Well, that should be it, I'm afraid. Glaive with just the MP7 here. 1 kill to his name this round. Lots of damage being done by that Scout, but that's where it should end. Rob's all towards the long doors here. The best Glaive can hope for is taking 1 player down and upgrading to a rifle, so he can even drop an orb going into that next. Yeah, that is astonishing. So exact same maps picked, but in a different order, and a very different result. And 1 round away from picking it up. Voxic get the opening pick through the corner of the wall as well. Took down Mages with the flashbang there from Carrigan as well. Just nailing every single shot. There's the reason we called him one of the world's best Dust2 snipers. You can see it come into...
Up against the ropes. A map they are familiar with victory on against the same opponent, but oh, straight through the doors, the salt in the wound. Carrigan, he rubs it in, he takes the head off Magisk, and now Chris J's just balls deep straight into B. He's found the duel with Dupree. It gets traded, and mousesports, they could just be forcing Astralis to go play retake B. Voxic needs to survive, he hasn't. That's a very valuable duel to win.
Yeah, there'll be no saving now. They've got to go for this. It's a 3-on-3, and in terms of utility, they can smoke the tunnels. Molotov the bomb site as well, which they have done, but Carrigan already gets the bomb planted, re-smokes the doors here, and now they're going through the window. They're actually going to be challenging very quickly at this point. Flashbang to come over, the Molotov, that's going to slow them down. A great Molotov deployed here. They're smoking the tunnels, but what can they really do at this stage?
Devices drop the orb, that makes sense. Flashes in, a second for Zipex to peek window. Glaive's getting into position 2. Off the flashbang, they commit. Smokes, Molotovs, Carrigan gets another one. Zipex and Glaive, however, have they done enough? The spray's not there, and he's got enough time. I think he's got the kit as well. Astralis survived by the skin of their teeth.
Wow, it comes right down to the wire, and Glaive will win it. And I'm not even sure they recovered the AWP. Carrigan opened things up with a kill through the double doors of the Krieg. They rush in, they get the trades acquired, but they can't topple Astralis just yet. Glaive will fend them with resources they have, but they do have the AWP. It could be enough. Same story for Voxic here. No initial kill from the Krieg this time. Round 30. Very different story to what we saw a couple of days ago. Opening kill for Device. Takes down the danger man in the form of Voxic as well. Those sniper battles have been very interesting to watch as Chris J sets up a boost inside the B tunnels here, trying to look towards a bomb site. They got to jump up 1 more time. hasn't really worked
that
out
was
for them.
That was a silent dismount.
Yeah,
Very smooth.
good job. 4 kills away from overtime and less than a minute on the clock. And Astralis have got the opening kill. Device is hungry for more though. Dodges the flashbang effectively. Nails that second shot, finds the bomb. 5 on 3. Is he going to stay and fight or fall back to the safety of his teammates? He gets flashed off and Magus will come back in. It looks like they've done enough here. 5 versus 1. We're going. This goes
yes.
first to 19 or 18-18. We go to double. I dare say that could happen here.
Yeah, it certainly could. I love what Device. Not only does he take down Woxic to start it all off, he's taking the double doors fight in a round like that, where if he goes down, they could very well concede the whole map. He wins that duel and finds 2 more. Great work. But into the overtime, because Rops isn't holding any punches back. He just goes straight out long and just knocks Magic's teeth out. That's the advantage seized by mousesports. The nade looks promising for damage, and it does. Half Frozen's health. But Astralis, they want to fight. They're throwing flashes back in. They reaggress straight into the spray. Another SG frag for Carrigan, and the spray from Glaive is so close, but a Glock of all things from Chris J. No bullets left in his AK mag, but he still pulls it out with the sidearm, and now 2 AWPs. And make it 1. Woxic will connect onto Device.
Very convincing round here from mousesports. Remember, 16K you can buy up into the round, but if you're buying double orb setups, that becomes very expensive.
He did to Chris J. You can see 197 damage in the round, but 1 kill. Yeah. That was Chris J. He finished off with a Glock of all things. My God, down to 2 HP.
Damn, that's annoying for him. Great shot from Frozen to close things out there towards 2-3. Single orb setup again. 1-0 mousesports. No damage done on the door this time. They send 2 players down from T-spawn running up towards short. Frozen's out with the blue bin once again. Manages to keep himself alive here with the smoke. Carrigan's already in CT spawn.
Yeah, what the hell is going on here? He's caught Glaive out. The battle of the in-game leaders. It's oh so sweet for Carrigan. He's caught Glaive sleeping. Had a nade in his hand towards CT. How does he even get there? Straight out the doors, exploiting the gaps. Now Device is having an awkward duel of his own. He has to focus his attention on Carrigan. He can't even win the duel. Deagle v Krieg.
I'm loving this from mousesports. They're going for the Hail Mary plays now. Carrigan running out middle doors, knowing their tendencies, finds Glaive with a knife out, crossing over. It's the perfect sort of approach in overtime as well. You've already demonstrated your entire playbook. You've shown your defaults, your executions. Let's start running for. Sure, the defs are still right up there, but he's actually doing a very good job of finding impact rounds.
I mean, when you have an entire play style of exploiting gaps, sometimes those gaps just won't be there. And that death toll definitely does testify to the similar style. We will see 17 then for Mouse. They've got the first 2 out of the gate of overtime. We talked about the T-side dominance of Dust2 though, and that is certainly relevant. Let's not forget double digits were found on Astralis. Too unhappy about that.
I think that they're in a bit of trouble, actually, to be completely honest with you. Their first half was all based off the fact that they were getting respect off of their initial gun round, which was conditioning long, but is how mousesports are playing right now. I think they're going to take a lot more risks when they get over to their first CT-sided gun round, and that will completely unravel all the hard work Astralis did.
Well, they did some damage there with the auto sniper. Unfortunately, it's your own team. So that'll be Chris J taking a bullet in the arse, but absolutely fine still. As Astralis will have the single orb set up once again. Device with a chance to strike here, connects the shot. Chris J having a rough time out there. It's the second sniper bullet in his back now. They're still alive and kicking.
Yeah, that's a good point. God, he's had his war wounds very early into the 3rd round of this overtime. Carrigan has done it again,
How
though.
is he doing
He's
this?
just walking into A. He's dropping CT. He wants to fight with Device. Gives him the upgrade onto the Krieg. It makes sense for a duel like that. But what is the...
A defensive hold of the corner from Dupree. Sitbeck, same story in the pit.
I expect Frozen to throw that Molotov, or at least to throw his gaze towards the yeah, chooses the latter, and Woxic will find the frag. Traded. Dupree doesn't have the health to stick around. Now he has none. Woxic deletes him. A 2 versus 3. mousesports looking for the perfect TMR3 overtime. That's the smoke for the cross.
Different sign. There you go.
And across they go. The jump cost Rops his life. Just enough to get the frag. Now a 2v2.
He actually jumped at the worst possible place. The smallest gap in the smoke at the very top of it, the apex, that's where he jumps into. And that Krieg, Astralis showing how powerful it is. 2-on-2 now. Can they find 1 round here? This shot might decide it. Woxic nails it again. Device looking for his 30th kill. Not going to find it. We got 3.
T half of overtime, mousesports. You can make a risk here within the first on the second half of overtime.
They've gone for a double orb setup on the CT side as well. We didn't see much of that in regulation, so we'll see if Chris J can close things out right here, right now. Carrigan certainly coming to life here. He's handling it well, though. M4A1S towards the pit. He's used flashbangs very effectively. Pumps out a lot of damage there towards Dupree. Is there a double kill available? Apparently not. It will be Astralis having the lead for now. 4 on 3. They've got long control as they flash off now, thinking there might be another player available. Boxic, close to finding another kill there, but Chris J nailed his. This could be it now.
That was big. Glaive had to make a choice. Fight or flight. Flames were behind him. Chase chooses to fight him down and actually finding that shot, looking for a no-scope. Woxic, that's the Hail Mary play if ever I saw one. They want to just go for the elevator boost. This could be a short end for Rops, but he's actually managed to find the frag and fall off.
So they're going to fall back and push towards shore now. Knowing the bomb's only being planted at this stage, it will be clear, though, that both players have gone back towards shore. They can't really go long here. See if Rops opts to do it. So they're not going to stay together, actually looking to pincer this one. Means there's a lot of pressure on this first shot. Doesn't nail it. Boxic now goes down. And this is where it becomes very tricky for Robs. The fact he's gone long now, there's no trade potential towards short, and he has to find 2 kills and defuse the bomb from a very far distance.
Yeah, this should just be the orb closing this one out, right? You would assume.
If he can do some, like, it's overtime, so even the damage doesn't matter. If he can get his hands on a Krieg, or if he can save that AK, that's fine.
The B-side player as well, having the AK-47, it's much better than an M4, right? So that all works out. Might as well keep the... So we will see Magisk opening things up here towards the pit. What a brawl it was. A lot of Carrigan, all the flashes thrown as well. You can see him focusing on the flashbangs. You can buy 2 of those. It's the only bit of utility you can. You'll see a lot more CT.
Mindset in overtime.
This device drawn in the mid-area.
Oh, but Rops is lined up. He doesn't do anything. A little bit of damage. Trivial, really, in the grand scheme. He wants to fight.
He's going in.
2 flashes. He needs to peek. There's just doing the dance on the doors, but they're all there. And he didn't anticipate it. Now the smokes will be deployed and he should be locked out of this site. Frozen's going for some wild wall bangs. Not going to be able to convert any just yet. It's not far off. Magisk to suppress. Carrigan to flank, but Glaive's ready for it.
That's going to be the round, I'm afraid. It comes down to round number 3 here. Double orbs won't be retaking this bomb site, I can tell you that much, as they'll be caught by Glaive. As Chad already mentioned, money not a huge factor here. They can still bring out a double orb setup with Robs on 13,000.
Year of the Dak, the auto sniper showing another appearance here.
The year of the auto sniper. It's starting to land damage as well. Robs down to 71. Voxy, though, happy to challenge towards top or middle. Not quite a T-spawn.
See, this is quite reminiscent of what we saw from mousesports. Taking the control, this time some smokes, and we'll pull the incendiary out. A second smoke typically means the commitment, if I've been listening to Henry G Counter-Strike School. Good nade. And a good follow-on. Block6 actually managed to find 2 on this one. This could be it. Astralis' Dust2 hopes hinge on 2. Dupree and Zipex, who've both filled the feed, and now recovering an AWP as well.
Knowing he's going to need that. He's going to have to pick off players here. They can't just sit back in the crossfire. He needs to be active. He needs to be challenging towards the tunnels. And that's what Dupree's going to do right now. Gets control. Remember, 1 round will do it. mousesports can get this. They take us to Inferno with this map under their belt. They currently have a massive lead. 3 on 2. Zipex down at 8 HP. But we know what Astralis are like. They can win these rounds. They have 1 more Molotov available as well. All it takes is 1 fumbled move here from mousesports and come tumbling down.
Oh, and already 1 man gone. Dupree doesn't even get a chance to pull the trigger a second time. And mousesports, they've got time. It's 19 to 17. Dust2. mousesports take their pick.